in Mount Zion, by AAK Mechanical, your mobile welding specialist in Clinton, and by the McLean County Farm Bureau.
From IllinoisFarmRadio.com, it's the Noon Farm Show. I'm live today, Seth Lawrence, with you folks in studio. It's National FFA Week as we highlight the chapters of the FFA in Central Illinois. And in studio with us for the Noon Farm Show today are the gentlemen from the LeRoy FFA Chapter, left to right, Nathaniel McKinney, Matthew Carlson, and Chase Steggy. Steggy, thank you for that. Chase Steggy with us. And first of all, guys, thanks for making the trip all the way from LeRoy. What classes are we missing right now?
Well, actually, horticulture.
Yeah, we're missing horticulture.
Oh, okay. So you're getting out of FFA class then for all of this. Awesome. Well, it is FFA week, but you guys were telling me before we got started, FFA week in LeRoy has already taken place. Chase, tell us what goes on. How does LeRoy do this?
So we did it the first week of February, and we used to do it during National FFA Week, but we moved it back because of scheduling for all classes. That's like the second week of February, and one of our big things with FFA Week is we have a showcase day. So during lunch, all of junior high and all of high school goes down to the ag room, and then we have stations kind of set up with every ag class has about 3 kids from each class, and everybody goes in, you ask questions, you figure more out about the classes, and we do that right before scheduling so we can encourage people to enroll in ag classes and come out and do more stuff.
See, that makes sense. Recruit before everybody has to get signed up, and do you find those efforts to be fruitful? I mean, do you get a member or two out of that?
I think we've definitely gotten people to join through that.
Yeah. Tell me about ag class, Matthew. Matthew, what is ag class like? What do you guys do?
So our ag class basically, there's different things. Like our horticulture class is really based in our greenhouse that we have. And coming up, actually, our ag classes are going to be expanded a lot more because our IT teacher is actually becoming our vice principal. So that's opening up our shop right now so we can have a lot more ag shop classes, like work on small motors, and we're hoping to eventually expand like welding and all that. So our now ag teacher, I think, is hopefully, what I've heard, is moving to this new room, and we're getting a new teacher to come in to teach about like in-person, like study like
classroom stuff like BSA, so biological science.
Oh, cool.
And just all the classroom stuff is what the new one's probably going to take over from what we heard, and then our current ag teacher is going to move into the shop and do some more hands-on activity because that's what he feels he really excels in.
Awesome. Nathaniel, tell me a little bit about the LeRoy FFA chapter. How's the membership, and what have you guys been up to lately?
I mean, since mainly me, Matthew, and Chase have joined, we've gotten a lot lot more people in, which helps.
Are you guys in the same grade?
Yeah, we're all
juniors.
Juniors. Okay, great, nice. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there.
So, God, where was I?
You're talking about since you guys came into FFA recruiting members.
Yes. Since we've joined, we've gotten a lot more people in. We've gotten more people interested, which I think is really good for us.
Okay.
Because we really need that, especially after our freshman year, we didn't have that many people in it.
Okay.
And, well, me and Matthew were officers our freshman year.
Wow.
So
Nice.
we became officers, and then we started recruiting a little more. We got more people interested, all that. We did CDEs. We'd go.
CDEs are?
Like
a job. Like
talking
about our jobs and all that.
Yeah, sure.
In agriculture.
So,
yeah.
I mean,
they recruited me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
I didn't go out my freshman year, and they kept convincing me to come out and try it out, just give it a shot. And I took an ag class, and then it's all just kind of been history from there. I've really enjoyed it.
Yeah. So do you have a background in ag then, Chase?
Growing up in a small town, everything's kind of ag related.
Right.
Just through school, friends. I pretty much. Me and Nathaniel pretty much grew up at Matthew's house. He lives out on a farm, and we've always just kind of been around it.
Okay, gotcha. Well, so tell me, I want to go back to, doing FFA week kind of early. Do you do the traditional, like, leading up to the sign up for classes you were talking about? Do you do, like, daily themes or anything? What does FFA week look like if you do it early then?
So, you can go.
Actually, if you want to go, I can get our FFA week flyer so I can tell
So
you exactly.
our FFA week consists of stuff we do at lunch, and basically themed dress-up days. Like one of our dress-up days was future career, dress like your favorite brand of tractor, and all that. And we usually mainly focus on stuff at lunch.
Okay.
So stuff we do at lunch is just trying to get kids involved leading up to the main showcase day of agriculture. So kids are more interested every single day of the FFA week, and hopefully like the big goal at the end is to get the kids to join.
Right,
FFA
right,
eventually.
sure. So when you guys talked about, coming into the chapter, trying to rebuild the numbers and everything, what was your first FFA week like? Matthew, tell me a little bit about that. What was your first FFA, or Nathaniel, I'm sorry, tell me about your first FFA week.
Our first FFA week,
Gosh,
I mean, it helped a little bit with us like getting into everything and getting us more interested, I'd say.
Did you do it ahead of at the actual FFA week like you're doing this year?
Yes.
Yeah,
We've always
okay.
done it that way.
Yeah.
And it helped with us helping set it up a little bit since we just right when we got in, we were officers.
Okay. Oh, okay. So you kind of structured it the way you wanted it and
Yeah, we
that sort of
kinda-
thing?
We also had really good help because
Yeah.
the people before that graduated now were really good officers and really showed us, paved us the way, really. Because I mean, two of the people I can really think about that really showed us leadership was Abby Clapp and Jasper Tarr, which graduated last year.
Okay.
Abby Clapp was one of section president from LeRoy. She went to LeRoy, was a section president.
Yeah.
Graduated, now going to I don't know, Oklahoma. But yeah, she really showed us leadership and really paved the way out for us doing it our first year, really. Without knowing there, as us, we're now like the oldest kids in the
Gotcha.
room, so it's kind of really helped us learn how to do it correctly.
We don't have many seniors this year, so we're pretty much the oldest.
Okay.
And what's really nice is our advisor, especially with FFA week, is very. He puts us in charge of it. I mean, he sits back and he watches and he helps out when needed, but he really wants us to take lead on it. So we really get an experience of planning out a week and everything that goes into it.
Yeah, well, and that's kind of the whole purpose of FFA, right? Is to really kind of have a hands-on, safe place to fail, as they say. So, did you find that flyer there, Chase? I don't know if you wanted to talk about it at all.
I did. So for Monday, during lunch, we had a feed bag relay.
Okay.
So you get feed bags, and then people kind of get them, and you jump, and it is kind of a race on who won it. And there was prizes we handed out.
$5 gift
Yeah,
cards.
like $5 gift cards. We had some old cups, old T-shirts, just a little bit of everything. The lunch activities were probably more focused at the junior high, just to let them have fun, just get them interested, like, oh, this was kind of fun, I should see what this is more about, and then hopefully get them enrolled and hopefully more.
Yeah, sure. What about the rest of the week?
Tuesday we had T-shirt day, so it was just wear your FFA T-shirt. We had a contest too. It was whoever could wear the oldest one won one of those little $5 gift cards. Just something small. And so yeah, that was pretty fun.
That's
Then
cool.
Wednesday we had country versus country club. So if you wanted to dress up like more country, like Western, you'd wear your boots and jeans and everything. And then there was country club where you can wear like khaki shorts, like a polo shirt, what you'd associate more with a country club. And then at lunch we did an activity called Guess How Many Kernels. We just had a jar with a bunch of corn kernels in it, and then everybody would come up, write their guess on a piece of paper, and whoever got the closest won a prize.
All right, cool. Very good. Any other things going on from that week?
Yeah, on Friday we did. For the first time this year, we fed the whole school. We do a breakfast on Friday morning at FFA week. All the officers go in at like 6:15, and we start cooking. And then whenever all the kids get there, we fed the entire school. Usually we just do the teachers and administration, though.
Wow, it's a lot of kids to feed. And hungry high school
lot
kids.
of pancakes
Yes,
and a lot of
right.
sausage.
Yep, I'll bet. No doubt. That's great. So did FFA week a little different in LeRoy? I'll tell you what, guys, let's take a break and come back and talk about maybe other things going on in the chapter and what you're all up to. Again, this is the students from the LeRoy FFA chapter, Nathaniel McKinney, Matthew Carlson, and Chase Stagey joining us at the in the Noon Farm Show on IllinoisFarmRadio.com. More to come with them on FFA week.
It's time to celebrate winter. This is Scott Baum from Baum Chevrolet Buick in Clinton and Farmer City. Yes, we have extra savings on all new Chevrolets this month to celebrate the winter season. See our inventory of Chevrolet Trailblazers, Blazers, and the all-new Chevy Trax. We also have a larger, redesigned 7-passenger Traverse and a good selection of 24 and 25 Tahoes. See our winter celebration savings at BaumChevyBuick.com. Right from the start.
We all know that the price of almost everything has increased recently, but you might not know the price of lumber and even the steel used in Mansi Metals post-frame buildings, roofing, and siding has actually come down. Now could be a great time to install a new metal roof or put up a pole barn designed to last. To talk about your project with one of their building specialists, visit Mansi Metals showroom weekdays on Route 121 in Mount Zion or right now at mansemetal.com, MANSEA metal.com.
Looking for the perfect escape that won't break the bank? McLean County Farm Bureau members can save up to 20% off the best available rate at Wyndham Hotels and Resorts. Get deals to help you relax even more with savings on car rentals and discounted tickets for theme parks, concerts, museums, and attractions. Not a Farm Bureau member? Call us at 309-663-6497 or visit mcfb.org to learn more and join today. McLean County Farm Bureau, advocating for agriculture.
Illinois Corn is proud to invest in Illinois Ag in the classroom, powering the next generation of Illinois neighbors who understand and appreciate agriculture. In Illinois, 78 paid ag literacy coordinators serve 87 counties, and your corn checkoff funds about 20% of each of the 78 positions. The Illinois Corn Checkoff's mission is to grow demand, create new markets, and foster understanding of corn farmers and the corn industry through strategic investments. Learn more online at ilcorn.org.
From IllinoisFarmRadio.com, it's the Noon Farm Show, a live segment of the Noon Farm Show this week as we highlight FFA Week with the chapters from across Central Illinois. And in studio with us today, we've got the LeRoy FFA Chapter, Treasurer Nathaniel McKinney, Vice President of Public Relations Matthew Carlson, and Vice President of Student Relations Chase Stagey with us. And guys, what's been going on in the chapter? Chase, I know you were so close to success at a recent competition. What's going on?
Me and my friend Matthew participated in a public speaking CDE. So you pretty much you get 30 minutes to research your topic. You draw a topic from a bag, find that topic. You get 30 minutes of research in a note card, and you need to just make a speech. I'm pretty sure
4 minutes.
4 minutes, yeah.
Speech.
4 minutes. Any second under 4 minutes is a point off. So I mean, it was very easy to lose points.
Okay. What was your speech on?
Mine was on maximizing crop yields.
Wow.
So I had to talk about
oh my gosh.
fertilizers. I talked a lot about equipment. I just talked about keeping everything and maintained to keep from losing yield. And
Yeah.
And then the questions after are what I think really saved me on that one.
Okay. So is that something like you go into? Do you know what the topic is?
You have no
idea.
idea.
Oh my gosh.
You go in the room, draw a topic from a bag. I mean, there's like, what, 40 topics.
Uh-huh.
And
Okay.
You just pick one, and you got to hope that you can retain it really well.
Okay, so have you guys ever gotten a topic like in this competition where it's like, I have no idea what this is, how I'm going to present this?
I did not, because that was my first year.
Yeah, that's my first year. I really haven't, and I feel like since it's all ag questions, I wouldn't really have much issue with whatever came up.
Right, sure. Nathaniel, what competitions have you done, or like what's your experience been like in FFA?
I know freshman year we did poultry CDE, and we did Green Hand Quiz Bowl, which we actually did pretty good in that.
Yeah,
we made it to state in that.
Yeah, you were telling me you didn't grow up on a farm, but you have a lot of experience because you've been working at Matthew's family farm, right?
Yes.
Tell me about that experience.
So I mean, basically it's just normal farm stuff. During the summer we'll go wake up in the morning at like 6, go bean walk, make sure that crew's doing good, then we'll go scoop grain bins, run equipment, that kind of stuff.
Cool. Okay. And you turned that into your ag project, correct? Or your ag record book, right?
Yes, I worked on. Didn't go for state this year. I could have, didn't do that.
Okay.
I put all the stuff from last year I had, so from the summer, into my record book, and I'm going to do that again this year.
Okay.
And run for state next.
Yeah. So let's say you're 13, and I tell you you're going to get into FFA, and you're going to be a proficient speaker about all things agriculture. Would you have believed me?
Probably not.
Probably not, yeah. Has it been a good experience being in FFA?
Very good experience.
Why is that? What have you liked?
I mean, it's just, I've always loved just, working with my hands, getting out in nature, that kind of stuff, and finding FFA really helped with that.
Sure. Chase, did you grow up around ag, or has this been a good experience for you?
I mean, growing up, I had a grandpa that worked on a farm. My uncle helps out on plenty of farms. I grew up with Matthew, too. So, I mean, I've always been around farms. And I feel like FFA it isn't just all farms. It's for everybody. There's plenty of things to do in there for anybody, and I think everybody should take it because it puts people out of their comfort zones, and it helps them with real life skills like that public speaking CDE. We were both kind of nervous going into it, but we've already got it done.
Nice.
I mean, winning, got it over with, and it wasn't nearly as bad as we sat there and brought it up.
Sure.
But I mean, we're getting better at public speaking to different people. You meet a lot of new people through it. I think it's very good for everybody, even if you aren't a farm kid.
Perfectly said. Matthew, quickly wrap us up with how folks learn about all things LeRoy FFA.
So I feel like one thing we can all focus on LeRoy FFA is actually our trivia night that's coming up.
Okay.
March 1st.
Yeah, quickly. I'm up against the clock. Sorry.
March 1st, if you look up our LeRoy FFA alumni Facebook page, you can read more about it in RSVA spot.
Okay. Very good. RSVP. I knew what he meant. Very good. All right, guys. Hey, appreciate you doing this with us. That's the gentleman from the LeRoy FFA chapter on IllinoisFarmRadio.com. The Noon Farm Show this week highlights the FFA chapters of Central Illinois. We talk more with FFA chapters coming up again on an extended version of the Noon Farm Show from IllinoisFarmRadio.com.
The WHOW Noon Farm Show with farm broadcaster Lori Boyer is brought to you by Baum Chevrolet.